wondered what the difference between a mushroom and a toadstool is? Well, you're not alone. This confusion is quite common, given the striking similarities between the two. Both mushrooms and toadstools belong to the kingdom of fungi, a fascinating realm of life that boasts over 6 million species worldwide, according to the Institute of Microbiology of the Czech Academy of Sciences. Mushrooms and toadstools, though seemingly interchangeable, are often differentiated by their edibility. Typically, the term mushroom is used to describe fungi that are safe to eat, while toadstool is used for those that are poisonous. But here's where it gets tricky. This differentiation isn't scientifically accurate, since there's no biological distinction separating mushrooms and toadstools as groups. To further complicate matters, consider the deathcap mushroom, a lethal variety that, despite its benign-sounding name, can cause severe kidney damage and even death. This poisonous mushroom underscores the fact that not all mushrooms are safe to consume, blurring the line between mushrooms and toadstools even more. As GrowCycle puts it succinctly, all toadstools are types of mushrooms, but not all mushrooms are toadstools. It's a bit like saying all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs. Regardless of the label we give them, both mushrooms and toadstools play the same role in nature. They are the fruiting bodies of a fungus, responsible for the reproduction of their species. So, the difference isn't crystal clear, but one thing is certain: the term toadstool often signals danger. It's a warning from nature, a beacon of potential toxicity that we should heed unless we're certain of its safety. And that's what we'll dive into next: the deadly deception of some fungi, and how to safely consume and forage for mushrooms. Stay tuned. The world of fungi is filled with beautiful deceptions. Let's talk about the deathcap mushroom, a perfect example. The deathcap mushroom, or Amanita phalloides, is a master of illusion. It's a common sight in forests around the world, with its pale, innocent-looking cap, often mistaken for a harmless field mushroom. But don't be fooled by its seemingly benign appearance. This mushroom harbors a deadly secret. Inside the deathcap, potent toxins lie in wait. Among them, the most lethal is amatoxin, a substance so powerful that a small bite can be fatal. The deathcap doesn't play fair. Its toxins are slow-acting, taking up to 24 hours to reveal their true, terrifying nature. Misidentification is a common, often tragic mistake. It's not just novices who can be fooled. Even experienced foragers have been known to mistake deathcaps for edible species. That's because these deadly mushrooms can closely resemble harmless varieties, depending on their growth stage and the local environmental conditions. The deathcap is a stark reminder of the potential dangers lurking beneath the forest floor. It underscores the importance of accurate identification. But remember, there's no foolproof method for distinguishing edible mushrooms from their toxic counterparts. Some poisonous mushrooms, like the deathcap, can cause harm even when handled, let alone eaten. This is why it's crucial to exercise caution when foraging for mushrooms. If you're not absolutely certain of a mushroom's identity, it's best to leave it alone. Remember, when it comes to fungi, there are old mushroom hunters and there are bold mushroom hunters, but there are no old, bold mushroom hunters. So even a mushroom can be a deadly toadstool. It's all about knowing what you're dealing with. Ever wondered where the term toadstool comes from? The exact origin may be a bit murky, but there are some interesting theories. One popular belief ties the term to the humble toad. Known for carrying toxins, these amphibians were often associated with dangerous fungi, hence the term toadstool. Another intriguing angle takes us back to the Middle Ages. During this time, fungi were frequently linked with witches and malevolent spirits. With their mysterious growth patterns and the ill-understood illnesses they could cause, it's no surprise that mushrooms and toadstools were seen as something to be wary of. So, the term toadstool might have been a warning sign, a way for people to tell each other to be careful around these potentially deadly fungi. As we delve deeper into the world of toadstools and mushrooms, it's fascinating to see how our understanding and perceptions have evolved over centuries. So, toadstool carries a historical warning: beware the toxic toad. Now that we've delved into the dangers, how can we safely enjoy the edible world of mushrooms? Navigating the wild world of fungi can be a bit tricky, but with the right knowledge and precautions, it can also be rewarding. Let's talk about how to safely consume mushrooms and potentially forage for them. First and foremost, the safest way to enjoy mushrooms is to purchase them from trusted sources like grocery stores, farmers markets, or reputable online vendors. These sources usually carry a wide variety of mushrooms that have been carefully selected, cleaned, and processed for consumption. You can find everything from the common button mushroom to the exotic shiitake or the coveted truffle. But what if you want to try your hand at foraging for wild mushrooms? Before you head out, it's crucial to understand that mushroom foraging is not something to be taken lightly. It's a skill that takes time and practice to develop. There's a saying among foragers: there are old mushroom hunters and bold mushroom hunters, but there are no old, bold mushroom hunters. This saying underscores the importance of caution when foraging for mushrooms. If you're interested in mushroom foraging, consider finding a local expert or joining a mycological society. These societies often offer guided forays, where you'll have the chance to learn from experienced foragers. They can help you identify safe-to-eat mushrooms and teach you how to avoid the poisonous ones. Additionally, there are numerous regional mushroom guides and apps available that can assist in identifying different species. These can be invaluable tools, but they should not replace the guidance of an experienced forager or mycologist. Remember, no matter how tasty a wild mushroom may look, if you're not 100% sure of its identity, it's best to leave it alone. It's far better to miss out on a potential culinary delight than to risk your health. Remember, when it comes to mushrooms and toadstools, safety should always come first. Happy and safe